So what if we took all these services sectors out of the GDP calculation entirely and looked instead at productive GDP? How many actual products and tradable goods are being produced? Were we to exclude the components of GDP such as financial services, insurance, legal, and lobbying, how do things look now? First, again, we have GDP calculated in the traditional way with all the imputations and dollar cost problem. Then this one is by purchasing power parity, which suddenly looks very different. But measuring productive GDP means that China's economy is 3 times the size of the United States. In fact, China's economy is bigger than the next 4 combined. The UK and France go away completely out of the top 10. Indonesia moves ahead of Japan. Turkey comes in at number 8, and Turkey didn't show up in the top 10 in either GDP or in purchasing power parity. Counting GDP this way, differently, by productivity, puts these other statistics into sharper focus. For years, China has led the world in patents. These are data from 2021. And in these fields where you see a big red piece of the pie, that's China. Overall, it's 38% of all the patents, and China is by far the biggest piece of all these industries. A massive productive economy means massive levels of port activity, raw materials inbound, finished products being shipped out. 7 of the top 10 busiest ports in the world are China. Factories require lots of energy to run, and China consumes more electricity than the US, India, Russia, Japan, Brazil, and Canada combined. These are questions that economists are struggling with, and they're the same questions faced by anyone who's lived here a while and just looked around. Entire factory zones were built for the same notional dollar value as a single factory in the US or in Europe. China builds entire metro lines, subway systems, for about what we spend to build a new subway station. We're measuring everything wrong, and we believe things that are not true.